I wasn't ready. I'm not ready. There's so many messages. Matt wants a salad.
Too bad. Live. Laugh.
Good evening.
Hi, everybody.
All right.
Can't wait to take all this home and paint it. And then realize that half of it's probably upside down for the other side. And then paint it again.
Well, it's got a
Oh, I know.
contour.
I'm aware.
Okay.
I need a bag. I have anything to prove this.
Well, then it wouldn't be a YJ Brute now, would it, Glenn?
Oh, stupid.
Good evening, everyone.
Better late than pregnant.
Whoa.
That's my father for you.
Dad. Well, Glenn, I don't need that many TJs.
Lies. Lies. You do. Remember? All the Jeeps, all the square bodies. Welcome to Bowman Built RC.
Yes.
All the YJs, all the square bodies.
So this makes YJ number 3 for me.
Got to pump the numbers up.
That is 3 more YJs than I would ever own in real life.
Really?
Yeah.
You know YJ thing?
No.
Really?
The square headlights.
What?
The leaf springs.
Fair enough, I guess. Oh, Gina Glover, where are the cookies? It's not time yet. If you watched more often and frequently, you would know that dessert is not until 8:30.
Correct.
And we're having breakfast. That's my aunt, the one that said, I watch some of your videos sometimes, and sometimes I think about commenting, but I subscribe. Let's see. 33rds, hello? Lynn said all the TJs. Matt gets it. Our RJ, our
Regino.
hell, I don't know. We need more squares than heaps. I don't know if I have more squares than you have Jeeps at this point or not. I know I'm getting close to a.
Wait, you have.
Say,
ask that question again?
If I have more square bodies than you have Jeeps.
Not a chance.
What?
How many square bodies do you have?
Hang on, let me back down here. So we got Stubby, Beluga, the dump truck, and then we have the red Suburban, the van technically as a square body, the turquoise crew cab, the 90 show truck K10, the K5 show truck, and then up there would be this buggy is technically a square body, the pineapple, and then the
and all of those are like in this state or more.
Oh yeah, the laid out dually, the one I got from Matt. This K5, did I ever say that? Fuck, I don't know. I think this K5.
Where you at?
Like 13, 14.
Because I have my Pro Mod, the IJ, the IJ TJ, the JL, Millibear 1. I have the original red TJ that I did. I've got this guy. I've got the khaki LJ. Khaki. I've got the gold.
On the Corey was traces too.
Yep. I have 2 XJs. What else is back there?
And we're not counting just bodies, right?
Right.
With the chassis, yeah. I was gonna say because then I have 2 more on the shelf as well. So, maybe 3 technically. But.
Well, so the Cherokees aren't mounted.
Yeah.
But they're on chassis like rollers.
Yeah.
and I may have designed
Parts.
mounts.
Yeah.
So
That are not for sale.
no,
Not selling parts. We're not selling files. Right.
right.
Okay. Good. Fuck them kids. Okay. Let's see. Jared said, "Hello, fathers." Hello, sir. Did he send you a picture of his? I'm almost ready to go to beat the creek. He's packing early.
No, but he sent me a picture of a note. But is he sending you something?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh my God. Bill is with the food questions already. So I saw a honey bun split in half with eggs, bacon, and cheese in the middle. Okay for BTC. Yes. Glenn said, Matt, all the squares, Jordan, all the TJs, Doug, all the 4runners. All would be right in the world.
But I don't need just TJs.
Yeah.
I have plenty of those.
I do have to say that's one of the things I do now like about Jeep stuff is that I can get YJ things, I got TJ things. I would have CJ things, but every time I find a YJ that's been converted to a TJ, they want like $1 bazillion for it. I'm not doing it. Glenn said, yes, Bill. Throw the honey bun in a waffle maker and that combo is killer. Jacob Carter said, I'm going to be an uncle. Well, congratulations. Mike said, I need more Land Rovers. I'm planning on that. I'm going to try to own 2 more BRX02s by probably midsummer. I just got to figure out which one. I got to figure out what wheelbase I want to do the thing that I want to do. Rudy, what's up, guys? Hope everyone's doing well. We are, I think.
Yeah. A little hot right now.
Yeah, it's a little warm down here.
Well, we don't have the air or anything.
Oh, Jesus.
With the price of electricity, I can't afford it.
Jake Carter said I'm going to have a nephew. Oh, that's cool. I have a nephew. I should be getting another nephew in a week, 2 weeks, something along those lines. She's real close, so I'm pretty excited about that. Hopefully, this one will like me when he comes out, not the other way around, like his brother. His brother hated my freaking guts.
So you want to know something really cool?
Yeah.
So I just got this tire put together.
And it's backwards.
The rings.
You pulled a Scott Griffin.
Yep.
By the way, I talked to him yesterday.
Yeah?
Yeah, I hit him up Friday, I think, and was like, hey, haven't heard from you in a while. Making sure that you're, like alive, good, everything. He said, yeah, he's just been kind of busy getting everything together, and he's going to start doing RC stuff and everything like that.
Good.
So, yep. Call the crawl. Good evening, sir. So now that we've sprung forward, are we even farther time gap from Don?
Well, no, because I would assume Don.
Did you spring forward as well? Glenn said I'm up to 4 nephews and another in the way, and 4 nieces. Jesus. I'm gonna get my nephew into RC cars and trucks. That's an expensive decision you're gonna make for yourself. But definitely a good decision. I decided to get my son into RC cars, and then now he's asking me about every 3 minutes when his mother and I are going to build his tube chassis. So,
You better get on that.
yeah. So apparently, I'm gonna have to do that here sometime soon.
I feel like these might be too stiff.
What's going on?
My IJTJ.
It's a fat ball.
Well, my IJ only weighs 7 3/4.
And the 3 critter?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I would assume that was heavier than that. Is it on plastic axles or no?
F9.
That means mine only weighs 7 pounds then probably, huh? So probably pretty close.
Yeah.
I don't know, bro.
It's amazing because every once in a while people are like, how much does your LJ weigh?
I think some people don't realize what 5 pounds is either, or how like what 5 pounds feels like. Because some of them are like, I guess it's around 14 pounds. And like it doesn't weigh 14 pounds, even though it's a TRX4 with all the brass. It still probably doesn't weigh 14 pounds. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think I'm good. I think this should be all that I need. Oh wait, I lied. Should be.
Also, sorry if you guys can hear the printer.
Yeah. Sorry, but not sorry.
My friends have it running 24/7 right now.
Terrible friends. Terrible friends. We are just complete shit.
Assholes.
Complete shit assholes. There it is.
Mike, the green Jeep is, I guess, coming along. The cage is painted. I need to do the rear bed floor and cut out for the shock towers and stuff, which I was originally going to do out of styrene, but I have a newfound love for fusion.
Jesus.
To which I think I'm going to try and build that. Not to sound cocky, but real quick, because it doesn't need to be anything special. It's basically a box cut out for.
I love you so much. You're so. It's easy. In 2 weeks, you've gone like, I mean, I'll just whip up some shit real fast, like it'd probably be fucking perfect, like first time, but I'll just wing it. It's just funny to me.
Well, so far I've had 2 projects that I've designed that had to be like spot on.
Right.
Your body mounts, I feel like, had to be at least height wise.
Yeah. They might be like a millimeter off one way or the other, but I can't really tell because the body just kind of floats around. But I think they're perfect, basically.
And then the XJ, the VS410 rear body mount, had to kind of be. Here, do you want a tool?
I can't move that. This is a scale hub.
Oh, stupid.
Yeah. I don't know how many PSIs I put in, but my wrist popped, so.
Nice.
Yeah. That's. I think that's about 15 PSI, I believe. Or LBs.
Anyway, so those 2 projects had to be pretty spot on, and
Sharpie.
my calipers were off one day while making the XJ mount, so that was off by 5 millimeters. So that was fun. Otherwise, everything else lined up, and then your mount worked pretty well.
Yeah, my mount worked great. I was super happy with it. I really appreciate it.
Jeremy said, looking for anything special at the swap meet this coming weekend? I am. I have a list. I'm not mentioning my list.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
But
we,
yes,
we can talk about it on the way there. I don't have a list. I don't ever have a list. I just peruse.
Well, it's not really necessarily like something I have to check off, but instead of just going and just buying random shit, like I try to, even for Beat the Creek and Rocktober Ride, I'm like, what are some things that like I need to jog my memory to look for? Bye, Glenn.
Bye, Glenn.
There is something on the list that I think there's a couple of us looking for, so that'll be fun.
I I don't know that I'm looking for anything, to tell you the truth. Have you seen, I doubt it, but have you seen on Facebook where they're actually publicly saying that the old Red Cat is ready and coming in late May?
Um,
And people were like, how do I get in on this? Because the Founders Edition.
yeah.
Yeah, and they closed it like in September. I'm pretty freaking stoked about that.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, can't wait. I think I'm basically, as soon as I get it, I'll open it, probably on camera, and I'm gonna send the body off to a guy that everyone keeps telling me to send it to. Hi, Dustin. Mr. Run with Scissors is here.
Good evening. Also, speaking of sending parts off for color change, I saw that there may be a new anodizer.
I have seen a little bit about a particular guy. I can't remember his name. Ryan or something like that. Alan. I don't know, some shit.
I think it was Ryan.
Okay, Ryan. I've seen that. I haven't hit him up because I'm kind of at a spot right now where I can't really go buy a bazillion wheels.
So that sounds like you're doing this thing where you don't have the money for it, so you're not hitting people up to just waste their time.
Yeah. Pretty
Oh,
much.
that's a weird concept.
I know. I know a lot of people don't subscribe to that concept, but it happens. Who you sending the body for paint? I can't tell you. It's a secret. I don't really know if I can tell you to tell you the truth. So I guess I technically can't really say. I'm not sure. I don't know. Jared, would he mind if I said? Because I know he was busy. Jared will know. Give me just a.
Is Jared in here?
Yeah, Jared
Oh, yeah.
probably was because he called his daddies
Yeah.
or fathers or some shit like that. Sometimes, like, and that's not me trying to be a dick. Just sometimes I get a hold of people randomly, and they're like, "Yeah, but don't say anything." And I have to kind of. I hate feeling like I'm lying to everybody. You know what I mean? I don't like that part.
I guess that's just part of the industry.
Yeah. Fair enough. I know exactly what that means.
I'm not letting it bother me.
Ryan Davis. Hello, everyone. How is it?
Good evening.
I saw, speaking of Ryan Davis, where this crazy guy is talking about getting some wheels powder coated or Cerakoted or something.
No, he was asking about painting X-rays.
I thought he said powder coated.
Oh, he was said, should I paint these or
Yikes.
get them coated?
You may not take any. Yeah. Okay. So Ryan said Jared said it'll probably be fine. A dude named Bob. I cannot remember Bob's last name. Hardwick or something like that. I think.
Bob's your uncle.
Bob is not my uncle. I never had an uncle named Bob. Anyway, dude named Bob. He's down in Kentucky. That's where everyone told me to send things to. And I actually, not to waste people's time, back to this, I actually had said something to him about painting the K10, the 90s truck. We had kind of nailed down something, and I was like, yeah, I'll get it out in the mail. And then, like, 3 days later, I got the invite to ILS and decided to just, take a hard left, right? Well, hard right, right? And then so I actually hit him up again, and I said, hey, I'm not trying to leave you hanging, but I will not be working on the K10 for a while because, I have things I've got to do. And he was like, I wondered if, you got invited or whatever. So, yep, Bob Hardwick. So, 33rds, that is who I'm sending it to. He's
compared to regular phone.
That's crazy. Everybody talked me into anodizing them, and I'm going to anodize them. Nice. Are you going to use this Ryan guy we've been discussing?
I think so, because that's
that where you got the?
Well, I saw that post, and I think they mentioned him a couple times, and then Tarplay, whatever his name is.
Oh, Tarpley? Yeah.
He made a big post about it and how he's been sending stuff to him. But like, and I guess it's good that Cody is saying, "Hey, this is kind of the go-to guy."
Yeah, because after Rusty, I think a lot of people were lost, and then after Bateman quit, I think a lot of people were really lost again as well.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, then I clicked on that guy's, like he tagged the guy's profile or page or whatever,
William Chandler?
and there was only like 2 posts
Yeah.
with like a ton of pictures. So I think he's just started maybe the RC side of things
Yeah.
type deal.
Yeah.
Also, your parts are done.
My parts?
Yep.
What are those?
Race car parts. Bouncing off Rev Wonder and stuff. Tax.
Oh, I was thinking the TTO2 race car parts. I was like, I don't have any print things for that.
I'm not enabling that side quest.
You didn't have to. I went balls deep yesterday, real fast by myself. I didn't need anybody's help. Oh shit. So
Not right.
not great. You still have the small nozzle in there?
Yeah, well, it fucked up some.
Oh. Like how bad?
I'll show you.
Okay. I figured you would. I just.
I didn't know which tack you wanted.
I thought I said a couple of both just to.
Well, there were
see.
6.
Okay, a couple of all 6. Regina. I don't know. I don't know how the hell you say it. RJ Regino. I've seen a few wheels from a paintball. Oh, dude, Caustic Customs. Those motherfuckers are expensive. That guy, I think, makes a decent amount of money on paintball stuff. And he was like, I'm going to charge the exact same thing for RC things. Because I hit him up as well, asking him what he would charge me. And holy shit balls. I think partially I was used to Bateman pricing. So that was a little bit of a sticker shock to begin with. But then I think it went past that. His stuff is insanely nice. But it is very costly.
Oh, shit. Fuck dicks, that's hot.
You good?
No, that's hot.
Fuck dicks, that's hot. So yeah, I have seen that. I don't know if you've seen the Caustic. And then another one that I saw was starts with a P. Pizzles? Peppies? Pedro, fuck, I can't remember what
Pedro Pascal?
No. What the hell's that guy? Oh man, that one's booked up.
Oh,
That one's garbage. I can't use that.
I don't know if you'll be able to use any of them.
This one's not bad. I could put a face on it.
So the
Kinda.
difference, is there's 3 that don't have numbers and 3 with numbers.
Yeah.
And then there's one that doesn't have a shift light, and then so you either get just the gauge and the shift light, or the gauge and the little control for like setting
Mm-hmm.
limiter and stuff.
This is cool. I like this. I like that a lot.
So the other version of that doesn't have the back.
Yeah. Right. It's just like blue,
Like faceplate,
blue on. Yeah, that's what I thought.
which that failed.
So, okay. Well, this one's garbage unless you want that. I like this one, right? I'll pick it up later.
Kayla's gonna kick your ass at tuning.
I said I'll get it later. She won't eat it. If she does, it'll be good for her. It's like fiber. It'll push everything out. Ryan said I'm going to anodize them a Monster Energy Green. There you go.
Did VP do any green x-rays?
I don't think so. Colorblind guy, hello? I pay very little attention to what they do now that, like, in all honesty, I need so little things from them. Like, I don't.
Yeah. I really want a set of.
I do appreciate the tag today, by the way, even though they were clear.
Oh yeah. Cool.
But how have you all been? We have been fine, I believe. Doing big work. I haven't heard from you in a while. How are you? How's the Solar Yellow XJ replacement going? Or I guess he said he was fixing it, right? Well, didn't he say he was rebuilding the XJ? Maybe
so.
like a trail truck. How's life with you? Are you married? Are you single? Which way'd that go?
Married with kids?
Oh God, I didn't say that. I don't wish that on you. I mean, I like my kids and I like my wife and all, but not at 20. Going good. All the rear end parts for it are in the garage. Nice.
Isn't it fun to stare at a bunch of parts in the garage and not be able to do anything with them yet?
Big fun.
I love it.
Nicholas Steppy, happy Monday night, fellows. Yeah, I'm a big fan. I really like when my friend says, hey, we need these parts for the wagon, and then I'm like, okay, and then I buy a $600 part, and then he's like, I put it in, and it just like sits there, and it still doesn't do anything. That's a good time. I like that part.
Yeah.
And then he's like, I put this other thing in, but we need this other $700 part. And I'm like, okay, and I send it to him.
I'm missing some screws.
Oh no. Looking at parts is depressing. Yeah. I mean, it's not really depressing because, I mean, if you do something with it, then it is what it is, but it is rough to. I think what's been hard with me and mine is that it's a swap. It's not like I bought an axle and I could just put it in and then everything goes back to normal.
Yeah.
Like it's the whole freaking car, basically. So like, apparently mounting is a trigger word. That's weird. Oh shit! Girlfriend has a ring on her finger as of February 14th. Yikes! Can't call her your girlfriend anymore.
I was gonna say, is that
You're gonna get in trouble.
a promise ring then, or is that a?
You're gonna get in trouble. She's a fiance now, sir. You better get your pronouns right. Whatever the hell that is. I don't know what that is. What would that be called, technically? I don't know yet. Painted the rims for today. They're satin black, and then Wednesday they'll get the 33s. 33s?
33s.
What are you doing? You putting it back on the road?
I remember my first beer.
Yeah. He said, yeah, I need to wash myself. Yes, sir. She'll. Tanner, hello?
Well, congrats then, sir.
John Lau said I got my first couple of packs in for the year. Nice. I would love to go out sometime soon. Do you want to go out after I get back, like at the end of the month, or is that too close to BTC to where you're not going to want to go anywhere?
Probably not.
Okay. We also, I think, and I know we've said this, but I think really like this time, especially because of how things have gone down, I really want to go run some more than one time at BTC.
Okay.
I need to fix my 6, which is just a couple screws, but still.
I'm not even sure I'm taking one.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, fair enough.
And if I do take it, it may have a price tag on it.
Really?
Yeah.
What the hell?
God
damn it.
I've had one good time with it.
Well, I don't like you.
What? Dump another $1,000 into it?
No, that's not what I said. But I mean,
that's what it means.
Okay. Well, cool. But I mean, like, coming from a place of love, it was literally your fault. You threw some shit in there that you got off Marketplace 5 months ago, and you're like, oh, my servo doesn't work.
I'm sorry, I'm a nice person.
Well, that's your first mistake. I figured with hanging out with me and Doug and Logan, you would have kind of started edging out of that. Teleguide said, I think I'll sell my 6.2. Well, I can't sell mine because no one will ever pay me for it. So it's just going to collect dust in my garage, I guess. Holy shit. Okay, hang on. William Chandler said, it's over now. No more RC cards for you. Ryan Davis said, my girlfriend got me a red Coonhound Corgi mix for our 11th anniversary. Coonhound Corgi. I want to know if that Corgi was the dad. Like, just taking anything, just getting it all. Knocking the Coonhound down and then. Redbone. Okay, now I know what you're saying. Let's see.
No. Tanner.
Colorblind guy said it'll get a 4-link kit on the rear, new axle gears, bigger tires, and bigger lift, new rear bumper, and rear roof rack. Why are you? You know what? You do you. I don't care. That's cool. I would do that now. I wouldn't rebuild it back to put 33s on it. You already got it blown apart.
I mean, a Cherokee on 33s is a good point.
I understand that. But if you're going, okay, I'm going to 4-link it and probably put it on wontons. Like,
4-link it.
4-link and wontons and 40s. That's the rule. Whatever. Let's see. Okay. Oh, these are so much better, dude. So much better. Good. Let's see. Well, Clubon guy said, RCs aren't over for me. She tells me to buy them. She's just as much in them as I am. That's pretty cool. Tanner asked if we were bringing some Deltas or whiskeys this weekend. I actually just bought a set of all of the Battleborns, but I don't really want to sell them. William said you picked the right one. I got lucky too. My wife loves RC as much as me. I got lucky because my wife just doesn't care what I do, really. I mean, she might a little bit, but she doesn't say anything. She's pretty cool. I like her, which is, I mean, why I'm here.
Haley likes that I enjoy it up until about April, and then again around September.
Yeah. Let's see. Jared said I need a SCX6 dually to pull my 11-month-old tank of a boy around. You know, he may be a tank, but he's cute.
Yeah, he is.
You guys keep posting pictures of him. He's a cute little guy. Tanner said I'm trying to hold out till then before Kirby takes my money again. Good luck. Kirby always takes my money.
Well, VP had one of their Tuesday night discount code was on wheels.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was going to get a set of whiskeys, but they didn't. The clears were sold out for sure, which is what I want. I think they had black or the bronze.
I like the bronze. I think it was the kilos that I saw at Mike's at Kirby's. They were like more red. I don't know if it was color variation or if it's on purpose, but they were a little bit different, and I really, really liked them. But I just wasn't about to buy 4 brand new sets of VPs while I was there. Tennessee, never mind. Club One guy, I just built a SCX6 dually and a SCX 6x6 for a buddy of mine. He wanted a bit about everything. Yeah. William said, my daughter turns 1 Wednesday. Holy cow, that's crazy.
That's hard to believe.
Yeah, that's wild. Ryan said, I still want to get a set of the Deltas. I like the Sierras personally.
Is that the original ones?
I think so. They're the ones that the beef tubes are made after.
Yeah.
Which I made a video about Kirby's in my, that'll be next week probably. Unfortunately, Kirby is out of clear whiskeys, but it has black. He does have clear deltas. I did make a video about that, and I went over my new BBWs, and I really like them. I am on the same page as you are, where I really wish the hardware was smaller.
Yeah.
But that always seemed like a Dan thing, where he always made big hardware. I've thought about, because I think I like the rings better as well. So I thought about getting a set. I also like that they're machine finished / polished and not blasted like all the VP wheels. What are you doing? Yeah, I'm talking to you. What are you doing? It's not food.
She's like, no, but I can chew on it. I also think I'm going to G8 compound on my Chromon.
Really?
Weird.
Because you're going up to Treps?
Yeah.
I don't blame you. I think I'm just going to sell my Chromon. Well, I'm going to try. I don't know that it's going to happen, but I think I might try to sell it at BTC. I kind of want some Cosmos, but I know I'll hate myself when I have to put every ring bolt on. What are Cosmos?
And those are the BBWs.
I thought that was just Sierra, Delta, Kilo, something else. What are beef tube wheels? Oh, hang on, whoa, what are we talking about? William Chandler said, check the weight on the Khalif. It's right at 7.1 pounds. Wow. Ryan, Matt, are you putting different wheels on the Bird Buggy? No, actually. So Ryan printed these for me, or Ryan, goddammit, Jordan printed these for me. They are inserts specifically for the Treps, and I had what? They're not for the Treps.
Sure.
All right, whatever. Anyway, he printed some inserts that fit the Treps much better than what I had.
I think they're designed for the ruptures.
Yes, that was what it was. So they're designed for ruptures. I had 4.75 foams and anti-foams in them. Well, not anti-foams, printed foams. And they're too short. So they were immediately down to 4.75 plus the weight. And it just wasn't, it was fine as far as performance-wise, but there was just a lot of air gap, and I didn't really love it. So
Which is what I'm doing as well.
What?
Switching from a 4.75 foam to.
Oh, yeah. Very promo. Yeah, I thought about getting into that C1 Leafer class instead.
Yeah.
So, no, I'm just joking. I'm not very bad at all. Those are dry. Oh, no, they're not dry. They're still a little damp.
Jared's having Todd build him a Rockabilly.
Nice. Did you see Todd's Rockabilly? Bitch. Did you see Todd's Rockabilly? Little red, white, and blue America?
Was that his?
Yeah, I think so. It looked like it. That thing's freaking rad.
I did see a mainly white.
Yeah, but it had the red and blue. It looked good.
Hi, Doug.
Hi, Doug. I had to print dual stage and go hard on the outer for my Treps. Interesting. Well, I went with a 5% in the front and 6 in the rear. Because, as I've told Jordan, going full balls dollhouse on the Stubby Bird, I really want to try and get some of my other trucks better. They don't necessarily all have to be to that level, but I definitely want to try to make them better. Because it is fun. And like we were discussing the other day, like, I like to take the Bird Buggy especially and put like a propane tank in the back and maybe a recovery strap and some just little stuff, and then maybe put dudes in all the seats, because a lot of times before, or whatever. Up till now, we've kind of done trucks where you're almost just rolling out with absolutely nothing. Um, and you wouldn't really do that. So there's a lot of Kentucky on this table over here. God damn! I'm sorry. I love you. I didn't know they were that dirty. I knew they were dirty, but I didn't know they were that dirty. I'll clean it up. I'll suck it or whatever with the vacuum.
William, these are the D440, the zigzag. So I guess technically they're a dual stage, but all with the same.
Doug said, "What did I miss? Do a quick rewind run through." Yeah, ooh, that is not easy to say.
That's actually for my unlimited.
Oh. Nothing. Jordan and I discussed how many trucks we have because he thought he had more
When we
Jeeps.
compared wieners.
He did. He thought he had more Jeeps than I do square bodies, and we decided that that was a lie.
Those are our high offset Visions. I couldn't tell you what. S7s maybe?
No, those are. Yeah, never mind. I thought they were the Dins. Sorry, my bad. I thought they were the 5-strokes. Those are S7s. Sure would be cool if I got a message from Bob saying that he had some 2.9 wheels.
He's got to go where the market's at. And that's stupid.
Fucking 1-inch wheels?
Yeah.
I really hate small.
I don't know if you can see those or not. But it's a split 6-spoke Vision.
Not only are they super cool in general, he has good designs. These are also Visions. Bob and Krista have been really good to me for one, and I think you would agree. They are some of the nicest freaking people.
They really are.
They are super, super cool.
Tuna, don't be coming over here chewing on shit. I'll cut you.
Intus, dude. I like them a lot.
Agreed.
So I would always push Vision wheels. For sure.
Also, so I guess you've already put all your. Oh, no, you haven't. Be careful, because I split this one.
Oh. Well, that's not good.
It didn't seem to affect it any, so I went ahead and put it together, but just okay.
Just an FYI.
Yeah. Brad.
What are you doing? Do you still have the red Jeep, Jordan?
The red Jeep.
TJ?
Are we talking 10 scale or 1-to-1?
Oh yeah, I forgot about your.
I mean, the answer is yes, but
we just need a reference.
I just need clarification on what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's fine. I like the YJ Scrambler. Oh.
Yeah.
It's a brute.
It is a brute. It has a separate bed.
I was waiting for the. Not only are you colorblind, but you're also blind kind of thing. He said the in real life Jeep.
Yes. It does exist, even though Matt probably doesn't actually believe that since he hasn't really ever seen it.
I've seen it. I've never ridden in it, but I've seen it.
But yes, I do still have it. It is on the list of things to work on and be driving this year, but we'll see.
That'd be super cool. I looked into tax return things, and as long as everything goes okay, I may be able to just pay off my work on my car and have it done by hopefully my birthday. If I could have that thing done and cruise on my birthday, I'd be so freaking happy. Having not driven it in 6 years now. It's crazy. I looked at how long I've owned things all of a sudden, which is not something.
Don't do that. Don't ever do that.
I have owned the Cummins for 19 years. And I think I've driven it for 4.
I've had my Wrangler for 20.
Yeah. I bought my
Ah, dang.
I bought the
Right?
Cummins in 07, February of 07.
Yeah, Mom bought the Jeep in 06.
Yeah, but you were only like 14 at that point in time, right?
16.
Same thing. I was 23.
Yeah, so I've had my TJ since 2006. Um, it will stay in my family for the rest of eternity. Um,
Did
it's
your
pro-
mom buy it for you? Sorry, I didn't want to interrupt. But
yes.
okay. I didn't know if Rosero bought it and I was just like, ah.
No, it was bought. It was bought for me.
Yes.
The story is quite comical because
Let's hear it.
I had to work. It was Memorial Day weekend, I think.
Okay.
So my birthday was coming up,
Mhm.
and um, I had to work all weekend.
Mhm.
Well, the family all took off to the lake. I was not happy about that. So was it Monday? I guess rolls around, and they're like, "Jordan, come down here and help us unload the car." I'm like, "Fuck that! I didn't get to go to the lake."
I'm not unloading all your shit.
So yeah, so they were on their way to the lake, and they happened to pass John Jones GM City down there in Corydon, Indiana,
Mhm.
and happened to see it there, and so they bought it,
Nice.
and then took it to the lake, and everyone got to drive it around, and then they brought it home.
Oh, so they hoard your Jeep around.
Poured it out for the weekend, and then
Bunch of dicks. Yeah, I know. In somewhat the same vein, the guy that used to own my Cummins, he used to be drunk a lot at the bar,
okay.
and everyone and their brother drove him home. So
Everyone's
as soon as I got that truck, like, can I drive it again? I'm like, fuck no, you can't. Well, he used to let me drive it. I'm like, well, that sucks for you. It's not. No, you're not gonna go out there and rape on my truck. But yeah, basically everybody was like, "Yo, dude, I used to drive him home, and I'd be just like 135 at like 20 mile an hour, and just all of it." I'm like, "Oh, that's
cool.
cool." I've done it, but it was my $5 a gallon fuel, not yours.
Yeah, so I went out to help them, and it was sitting at the top of the driveway.
Yeah, that's cool.
Uh,
I also like that Jordan is so bougie that his mom and dad just happened to pass by a dealership and then bought him a Jeep.
well,
Just
Mom and I had
Just
gone
on a
out.
whim.
We had gone out looking for cars.
Yeah.
So like it was not.
Is that your first car?
Yeah.
That's cool. My first car was a Samurai.
Nice.
Yeah. It was borrowed, given to me kind of thing, whatever. And then I had a 4-door 89 Caprice. And then I had a 2-door 86 Caprice. And then I bought my 86 Dodge when I graduated. Oh, let's see. William said he's gonna send you a picture of the scrambler body. I like scramblers, by the way.
I think I've seen it.
I like it. I want to see it again. Can you print it?
You're not gonna like it because it's 313 wheelbase.
I don't
Although
know.
that may be
I was
okay.
gonna say, what's the regular wheelbase? They're freaking huge, aren't they?
Tanner said, "Dude, I still remember when we first met. Just happened to look over and see an LSX badge. Such a cool build. Do appreciate it. It's gotten changed.
Rustier. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's probably gotten a little rustier. Really, not a whole lot has changed since you've probably seen it last. It's on 37s now.
Be cooler on wontons and 40s, but that's fine.
I don't think I want one tons.
I mean,
The whole JK Rubicon axle swap is it's kind of silly because by the time you spend that kind of money to convert them and put them in, you could probably build a halfway decent set of tons. But
I thought like Super Duties were the swap you were doing.
no, I sold my Super Duties.
I know that, but I thought you sold them just because you weren't going to get around to it, not because you weren't doing it. Like they were sitting there, and you were like, "Oh, I'll do this in a couple years, so I can sell them now or whatever."
No, if I was going to do it in a couple of years, I would have just left them back there because I like to collect things and just let them sit for a long time.
Hey, one side down. Oh, I pulled plates for the buggy we have to build. But I did remember that they're the ones where the holes were too small. So now I've got to take a 3mm drill bit and go through all of the link mount holes.
1/8 inch.
Yeah, whatever. I mean, same thing. Potato, tomato. All right, let's see how. We got a lot of squish. Much less squish.
No squish.
No squish. Don't glint on me now.
Anti don't. What?
Don't.
First of all, fuck you. Don't ever call me Glenn.
I said don't glint on me. I'm not calling you glint. I said just don't do the. I was more bringing up.
Don't insult me in my own house, damn it.
I was basically bringing up the fact that Glenn tried to say that printed phones are stupid because dual stages are better, when we know that it's just Glenn that's stupid. Hey Jordan, that's my scrambler.
Thanks, all guys. Have you guys seen a scale Kaiser build? I've never seen one, at least since I've been in RC.
Yeah, I've seen a couple, but they don't. They're all dollhouse stuff. They're all like they're all on short tire. Well, not short, I guess, but smaller tires, and they're usually hard body. They're printed or handmade and really nice. It's a rear.
And close enough, but Teleguided has a Power Wagon
Oh,
that he did a killer job on.
the Civil Wagon?
Yeah.
Civil.
Do you think it would hurt his heart if I took the Power Wagon that he gave me and put it on big tires? And
I forgot that you had one of those.
I do.
I forgot about that.
Your Kia said he has a '96 Dakota that he bought in 2001 for $1,000. More rust than truck, but still runs and drives.
Nice.
That is how my Dodge was, and it also was an 01, or it was an 01.
I forgot you sold that.
Yeah.
Because you got the old blue Thunder out there.
Yeah. Tanner's first car was a 1987 CRX with 487,000 miles.
Jesus, that is so many.
My Jeep almost had that many miles when we got it.
That's crazy.
Oh, dude, that's a lot.
Yeah. Karen wouldn't have bought you a high mile. She's too big.
It was sub 40.
I figured.
The lady that owned it drove it back and forth from California a few times, which why you would buy a 4-cylinder Jeep Wrangler
Top down through the desert, bud. Duh.
from Indiana to California.
You go through the desert.
horrible vehicle to do that trip in.
Really? Why?
Fuck that. It was so uncomfortable.
Really? I don't know. I've never sat in one.
I mean, it's not that bad, but like, no way in hell. The furthest I've gone is down to Harlan, which was like 8 hours, I think.
Is it not fun? Like, is it not cool to drive?
It is.
Other than you have an LS12 Jeep, but is it not like, oh, I like driving this, it's kind of comfy? Have you like changed the seats and stuff, or is it still
stock
you
seats?
still hate sitting in it, but you enjoy it then more?
No, it's not that I hate sitting in it, but like, it's not that comfortable that I would be like, this is the vehicle that I'm going to buy to drive from California to Indiana.
Yeah,
Because she basically did that a couple of times, and that was it.
that's crazy.
There was still sand under the carpet in the back, which it wasn't. It's a very, very base model, so it didn't have carpet in the back. So somebody had put like house
House carpet.
padding and carpet.
Oh,
Yeah,
was it the blue-green speckly stuff?
the foam.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love that stuff. I don't know
Yeah,
why,
so
but
there
I
was
love
that.
the look of that.
And then there was another piece of carpet, like right behind, like the rear floorboard, basically,
Yeah.
right behind the front seats. And then the front seats had the factory carpet. So 16-year-old me ripped all that shit out.
Yeah. All right, we got some comments to check up on. Let's see. Colorblind said, I haven't gotten rid of a single car yet. Jesus, I had already sold probably 50 cars by the time I was your age.
He said wonton, not wontons.
Same.
Tomato, potato.
William said, sent both of you the pictures of the picture and a picture of a 24 Yenko 1500 horsepower Camaro.
Nice.
That's wild. Colorblind guy said my XJ has 389,000 miles.
My XJ has 293, I think.
I don't know an XJ, so my XJ has 0.
I really want to drive it to work this summer and just to get it over 300,000. Williams Daily is a 14-year-old Cherokee at 199,000.
Are you sure it's not a 14? Not a 14-year-old?
Yeah,
Maybe
14
12-year-old.
Cherokee.
Cherokee.
What?
Ryan said my first rig was a mid-80s Ford Ranger, two-wheel drive, 5 speed. I think you said something about that because you wanted to do like a rat rod or something like that at one point in time.
Home Depot upholstery. Exactly. That's exactly what it was.
A-Lug said, I'm with you, Jordan. They're not a comfortable drive. You said something about Tanner. William said, I have a 13 Equinox.
No, that's. I read one of Tanner's earlier comments.
Oh, my Element I currently have is 324,000. Jesus, I drive it everywhere over my wife's 17 Malibu with 40,000. I realized that I had my Malibu for almost 10 years, so that was kind of crazy. So I'm glad I sold it. But
Well,
I
as we
freaking love
discussed,
my Camry.
we discussed at dinner. I'm bougie now, so my daily that I drive to work is my Corolla. It's got 160 something thousand miles on it. But if I'm going any distance outside of just to work or around town, I'm driving my truck.
I get it. I haven't driven the Burbs since I got the Camry.
Yeah,
I haven't even started it. I don't even know if it'll start right now. The battery might be dead.
Which I made fun of Haley for the longest time when we got the CRV, because she like won't even get in the Corolla anymore.
Really?
She's like, no, we'll take the CRV.
Lid is a really big fan of me having a nice newer car because we haven't taken the van anywhere since the day I got it.
Yeah.
She was talking about, she's like, I don't think I've filled up the van in like over a week. And I'm like, yeah, because you don't drive anywhere. She takes the kids to school, which is around the corner basically. And then she goes to her sister's, which is might as well be around the corner.
Yeah, if we still drive the CRV. Like if we're both going somewhere, obviously she drives it, but
Yeah.
the truck is just so nice and spacious.
Yeah. That's the only real bad thing is with Squish still being in a seat and I have to have all 3 kids in the back. They're not really super comfortable. I wouldn't take it far.
Yeah.
You know, like if we were gonna drive a half an hour, like we went up to her brother's house and stuff on the north side, like they've kind of sat back there and dealt with it or whatever. But I'd never take them anywhere in it. Not because my kids are that bougie, but we have a van. Like why?
Right.
Why would I?
Well, it's like anytime.
We may not have a van too much longer.
Oh yeah.
She wants a Highlander.
So when we were on vacation, we rented a van, and I think Haley fell in love with minivans.
They are really cool now.
And so she sent me a Honda Odyssey the other day.
I like.
No.
Dude, it's awesome. Like, take all the cool stuff about your truck or like my car and put it in front of you you have heated seats, and the van has cooled seats and everything like that. Like it's not bad. But then let's say you could take Brandon and both girls, right, and then have a freaking storage unit in the back, basically, where you can put all your shit, and it still knocks down 20 miles a gallon or 22 or something like that. I think, depending on what year it is. Liz is kind of getting older, but
I've,
I love it. Now, she
I
brought
mean,
up,
it was fine for vacation, but and
yeah,
it worked well for what we needed. But
exactly. So imagine being on vacation every day, and that's why we have a van. But
I don't have the luxury to be on vacation every day.
well, I meant like just needing that much shit. But now that we don't have babies anymore, we have little kids. They don't, like Lyd was saying yesterday, she's like, we don't need space for not only the kids, but like I don't have to carry a stroller and like diaper bags and all this other shit. We just throw all three kids in the car, and roll out. So she's wanting to kind of downsize, I think, you know.
Yeah.
And even, I need to fix the burb, but even when the burb was not running like dog shit, it was still getting 17 to 19 on the interstate if I drove it responsibly, which doesn't happen, but like it can. It
Yeah.
could.
Hindsight, I shouldn't have gone 305 all the way around on the truck,
Yeah.
but I'm hoping lowering it
All
helps
that
offset
rolling resistance,
a little
and
bit, maybe.
aerodynamics or something.
But yeah, 305 going from 275 to a 305 tire.
Okay, hang on. So
Williams 13 Equinox that comes into the shop has almost 600,000.
well, it's third engine. Why at that point? Why keep it? Especially a 13-year-old Equinox. Like, what are you doing?
But if it, I mean,
No. I can get on board with keep the devil you know. Like I can get on board with that. Like especially when you start or are used to driving older things. Like
yeah,
I know that every 12 to 14 months this thing does this and like I know why it does it. I can see that, but I just could not put 3 engines in an Equinox.
yeah. I think by the time the second one popped,
Yeah, I'm done with it. It can piss off down the street. Oh, let's see. Hang on. Tanner said I was driving that far. I would 100% have a mid to late 90s Buick LeSabre. Call me crazy, but talk about comfy. Yeah. So, like I said, one of my first cars was an 80s Caprice, and my second one was too. My grandpa, when I was real little, had a Lincoln Continental. Um, and I really enjoy 70s cars in general. Once my kids are older and I can afford to drive something super stupid, I am probably going to start dailying like a 75 Coupe de Ville or a, I don't know, something dumb. Uh, because it's like driving a couch. Mike said, what BRX02s are you thinking about getting next? I may have one for trade come BTC. Well, I don't usually trade things, so you would have to tell me what you wanted for it in dollars. But I am open to a Series 2 or 3 in the 88 or 109, but I would like leaf springs. That's all I really care about. Ryan said my daily is a 2010 Ford with a 186 on it, and I have dailied my 41 Rat Rod before get to be a paint to get in. Oh, before it was a pain to get in and out after driving it for a week. I bet. I couldn't imagine dailying a Rat Rod like that with like the bomber seats and stuff.
yeah.
Gosh, my back hurts just thinking about that. Playboy said 99 Tahoe with 305,000 miles. The 17 3500 dually with 254,000 on it. Jesus. My project car is a 52 MGTD. All I have left on it is a carb. Nice. Said the people with the Equinox said they'd rather put engines in it than have a car payment. Yeah, but you're still putting money in an Equinox. I think that's my big hang up is what you're what you're deciding, but whatever. Line said, I have a Leaf Sprung D110, said Mike. I don't really want a Defender.
I bet the Equinox owners have just. I bet they could go into any regular dealership and pay cash for whatever they wanted,
I'm sure they can.
and
Oh,
they
yeah.
just continue to drive.
I get that. Like, that's what I was.
Especially if you're taking it to a Chevy dealership.
If I wasn't into RC stuff, I probably could have done that before I bought my Camry. But I decided that being on YouTube and playing with toy trucks with my friends was more important, so I spent money on it. I drove a XU Cox for a month and hated it. XU Cox. Okay.
Well, something about him and Cox.
He
That's all I got.
really disliked the Equinox, from what I can understand. Mike, we might be able to figure something out. I don't really know. I wouldn't really want the body just because, well, I don't know. What wheelbase is that? I don't know my booms very well because I'm just now.
See, eight grand of engine.
And they get, it's around $8 grand in there for it, and they get remade. So they spent $16,000 so far keeping a 13-year-old Equinox running.
Yeah.
For $16,000, you can go buy 16 other Equinoxes. It's within a few millimeters of the 109 wheelbase. Okay. It would just depend on what you wanted for it. I don't know. Because I'm going to cut it all up. Not chassis-wise, but body-wise.
Yeah, see, there's that one.
Oh, that's cool. Tanner said, consider today's cars are 7-year lifespans for 30 or 40,000. Keeping the older car running is almost always cheaper if the body frame is cool. 100%. I actually just watched a video about that yesterday or today on one of my breaks, where fuck me.
Which one is it?
It's this front one right here.
Dumbass.
Yep. There it is. That's where it goes, right in here. Shit. Anyway.
I'm glad we both did that.
But yeah, people were saying that they're doing what do they call it, pre-screen cars. So basically, anything that has that big display in the middle and doesn't have gauges and stuff. This guy went down the rabbit hole conspiracy of like, it's not actually cheaper to make a screen, but when it goes out, they charge you more money than if a gauge went out, which basically never happens, and and like all this other crazy stuff. It was kind of weird. As someone who owns a shop, I tell everyone it's always worth fixing rather than buying new. Today's vehicles suck so much. I would agree with that up to a point because some vehicles are definitely not worth putting money into. My mother-in-law put a brand new transmission, I think transfer case maybe, and like axle parts and a whole bunch of stuff into a Hyundai. What the hell is the SUV? Little Hyundai SUV. Looks like a CRV. Anyway,
Santa Fe?
Yes. Yeah, she put like $8 grand into a Santa Fe, and then was like, "Can you sell it for me?" I was like, "I guess, but you're gonna lose your whole entire ass." Jesus. William said that Camaro I sent you, he paid $250,000 at Barrett Jackson, 393 miles, and the rear main seal blew out. 427 supercharged. God. Tanner said, okay, Hyundai and Kia is an exception. Yeah. Lynn was like, I really like those Kia Carnivals. I was like, nope, not a chance. Now that you and I's credit is tied together and we are kind of responsible for each other, there's not a chance you're putting a Kia in my driveway.
Yeah, I didn't even look at them when we were shopping for the CRV.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
I drove basically every other manufacturer's
Offering. Yeah.
small SUV.
In all honesty, man, I don't know that I would walk out. I mean, other than like buying things like my Burp, like if I was gonna buy a truck, it'd still probably be a GM, but it'd be older, like a 15 or something, or 12 instead of a 25. But like other than that, as for cars, I don't really think you can get around buying a Honda or a Toyota for the money and like just how nice it was.
Yeah,
All right, let's try this again.
I like our Honda. I didn't like our Honda buying experience, but
Really,
yeah,
I love my Camry so far, and I was a huge fan of my buying experience. So I've actually told a bazillion people because somebody heard me talking about it, and this dude was like, "Hey, I really like your car," and I was like, "Okay, thanks." And he's like, "I heard you talking about um, like how you bought it or whatever." He's like, "Can we go over that?" And I was like, "Oh yes, yes we can. I was like, we definitely can." So I told him basically how that all went and what to do and what to watch and all that stuff. And he's like, all right, man, I'll go check it out. I said, you're going to have more fun buying a car than you've ever had in your freaking life. It was a blast. Chevy discontinued all cars. A few Malibus are made just for fleet use. That's nuts.
Tanner said I'm probably one of the biggest Honda fan, Japanese car in general, but they are becoming junk too.
Yeah.
I think it's just because make a cheaper product.
Well, it's planned obsolescence, I think, right?
Yeah, there's that too.
Or planned. I can't remember. It's not obsolescence. It's is it? Or when things are junk and planned on being junk.
Yeah.
Is that obsolescence? Okay.
Whatever. Yeah, something like that.
You know what I meant.
Yeah.
I will no, definitely. Since we were discussing the Cherokee X-Ray things this morning, did you have a chance for the
No.
XJ? Okay, cool. That's fine.
Do you have enough other projects to work on?
Listen, but if I can put a chassis and a body together,
Set them next to each other. You'll be happy that you're going to wait.
What? Why?
Because I don't. It's fine for what it is, but I'm going to modify the front.
Oh, I thought you meant to not buy the GCM.
Oh,
I don't see a point in buying the GCM.
no.
I would I like that it's made for it, but I cannot justify that.
I also learned by looking at the other body, that Cherokee body, that depending on which Cherokee body you have,
I have whatever you have.
well, which one?
The white one. The one that's upstairs. I think it's an Enduro, right?
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
Because the other one that I have, the extra speed or whatever, that I was doing as my replica,
Yeah.
It doesn't have the like mounting holes under the hood that one does.
I'm pretty sure mine does.
William said the Bolt EV is coming back. It's all electric, so not a lot of people are going to buy it. Dirty Thirds. What are your guys' 2 cents on that Reefs XP10 black truck?
Okay. Time out for a second. I want to go back to the Bolt. I like the first gen Bolts. I don't know why, but I really like
the Bolt.
Huh?
Bolt.
Oh, Bolt? I thought I said Bolt. Never mind. JK.
I may have said Bolt, but
I don't even know what a Bolt is. Oh yeah, dude. I'm pretty sure it's the Bolt, right? Bolt. I don't know. Little compact car that was. I think it might have been.
isn't the Bolt like more of like a little SUV? type thing, maybe. I don't know. I think Haley's mom talked about getting one. Anyway, back to the Reefs XP10 black truck.
I just read Mike's comment. Go ahead.
I have no opinion on it.
I haven't been able to see it.
I've gotten out of comp stuff, so
Yeah.
and that's just out of my budget for.
I watched it work when they had the Founders Edition or whatever the hell that was, the gold or whatever. I mean, it seems like a really, really nice truck. I don't think Reef is going to put out a piece of shit, so I would say you're safe to buy it if you need that kind of a truck. Matt and I were talking about that the other day. I called Beast, and I was talking to him about some stuff, and we were just discussing how he and I's algorithms on Facebook are much different because he was asking me about some people and asked me if I knew some people and all this other stuff, and I was like, well, I don't know that. And I said, have you seen this or whatever? And mine was more scale based, and he's like, I don't pay attention to any of that. And I said, okay, well, that's how I feel about what's the one he does? We are RC or something.
WRRC.
Yeah. So, yeah. Yeah. So anyway, so I don't have an opinion on it other than I don't want to say knowing Reef. Like I've talked to him, whatever. We have a business relationship, whatever. Like he just doesn't seem like the kind of guy that's just gonna throw a piece of shit out there, charge $900 for it, and hope that it does okay. Like I would assume, like anything he has, it's nice. Just don't touch his Ripper.
I'll touch whatever I want.
We definitely pulled a noob at that point in time, Dave. Let's see. Mike said, I love my new Subaru. I've taken my fair share of shit for it being a lesbian car, but oh well. There's a guy I went to school with. I don't know if I told you this. The guy I went to school with that said he was getting ready to buy a Subaru. And I was like, so when do you start vaping and turn into a lesbian? And I didn't realize this lady that I work with that was behind me in school was behind me. And luckily, she has a really good sense of humor, and she started giggling. And she was like, even me and my wife wouldn't drive a Subaru. So it was funny.
If they offered, so we got our CRV is a 23. So if that model year Forester was offered as a turbo version, we would have a Forester.
Really?
100%. Because we drove the Mazda, and that may have been a bad idea. We went and drove the Mazda CX-5, CX-50, which one or both of them were the turbo version, and Mazdas were supposed to be sportier anyway.
Yeah.
So we drove that and then left there and drove Forester, and it just felt gutless.
Yeah.
And so that was really the only thing I didn't like about it. It was like, even though you're in a car, crossover thing, like it felt like the roof was way up here. It was so weird, and then like visibility for days.
Yeah.
It was comfortable, but yeah, I didn't like that. I felt like it made a lot of noise and wasn't going anywhere.
Yeah.
But I'd have been a proud lesbian with that.
I figured you would have started vaping.
No.
Blowing them clouds, boy. Let's see. Car manufacturers have pushed so hard for fuel mileage, they are sacrificing reliability for it. When a car calls for 0-20 oil, it's never going to last. Yeah, my Camry, it's supposed to get 0W8 that only Toyota sells. And as you know, the idiots on Facebook groups were like, what do I do? And a couple people were like, well, after like 60,000 miles, I started putting 0W10 in it because A, I'm not going to Toyota for my oil changes and oil anymore when it's older or whatever. And then also, like, as the clearances kind of open up a little bit, 10 is not that crazy or whatever. And they're like, well, I'd never. Then you got the old fucking Darrens. I would never do something that the brochure and manufacturer's catalog says not to do. There's dudes in there like me and you, like they're lowering cars and putting different wheels on it and stuff.
Oh, I know. I'm in the CRV.
Oh my god, these old dudes are so annoying. I don't know why you would do that to a nice car such as this. This is a classy automobile. Shut the hell up.
My favorite post in the CRV group is when people start asking about window tint, and I'm like, do the windshield, do the windshield, and everyone's like, that's illegal.
Yeah. I just talked about getting my car tinted the other day, or yesterday, I think. But the guy I was going to have do it that I work with can only get 35% in ceramic. Because you got ceramic, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. He can only get 35% in ceramic. And I was like, I kind of want it darker than that. And then I want to do the windshield, but
The whole thing.
being a race car driver, as I am, I thought maybe that would be a bad idea. And then also, I think I've had enough optometry problems and such. I think I can go get a medical and be legal. I'm almost positive. Because every time I go to the optometrist, they're like, look in the light. And I'm like, doing this. And they're like, hold your eyes open. And I'm like, I am. Because I can still somewhat see out of those little slits.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then I start crying. Just
Well, I will say, 30% on the windshield is too dark.
Yeah. I had, when I had my baby Blazer, I went, I think, 5 all the way around. And then I had the windshield down, but I can't remember what it was. It wasn't crazy. And I was actually talking to Lid because in Indiana, the back two, anything behind the driver and passenger windows and the back window can be as dark as you want. And I was like, that was really cool, like looking, but I couldn't see a goddamn thing in the dark, like at all.
Yeah. I mean, you just kind of have to drive the truck by feel.
Luckily, you got a camera, so I mean, you
Right.
can still see, yeah, but
And I don't drive. I'm getting old. I don't drive at night a whole lot.
Fat Ball can't see it.
Yeah.
Fat Ball can't see
don't need to see at night. But the few times that I do drive that thing at night, I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
Like that. What's that movie where they've got it's the Klan rally and they have the thing. Because I can't see fucking shit out of this thing.
Is it a brother worked out?
Maybe. Yeah, that's how I feel driving the truck at night.
Can't see shit. Let's see. The helicopter release video was kind of wild though in the race truck. I didn't see that. William said, my daughter said hi. Well, tell her we said hello.
Hello, hello.
Have you seen the Pacifica Grizzly Peak concept?
I have not.
No, that sounds like a Jeep thing that I don't.
Well, that's like CRV has the Trail Sport or whatever, and people are always like, "Yeah, what all-terrain should I put on it?" And I'm like, "Street tires?
Doesn't matter.
You're not going to do anything with it."
Jared said TDI for the win for sure. William said GM's engine recall is changing the oil to 40 weight. Tanner said, Jordan, have you seen his lifted element?
I have not, but I did see your lifted Beetle.
Yeah?
We saw it yesterday, I think.
Nice. Jeremy said, check out Mint Tint. Great guy. That's not Jason, right?
I don't know if Jason has a company name or
I'm not sure if he just does it. I definitely have a backup guy that comes very, very highly recommended. He'll basically do anything you want to.
He'll basically paint the damn thing black.
Yeah, if you ask him, you have the money. I've talked to him before, and I was going to have him come do, because I was going to have him do the Burb, the wagon, and my Malibu, and the van at the same time. And he was like, no, I need them brought to me. I was like, I can't drive all 4 cars just back to back to back to you. Like, I'm not doing that. And then I think something happened, and I never did it. But I really want to get the Camry done because, kind of like what you were saying with the visibility of that Forester, that thing is so much window that when it's sunny out, I have
sunglasses on, I'm like squinting.
I really don't understand how you haven't gotten that thing tinted yet.
Money, to tell you the truth. I was
Well, then I expect Sunday after the swap meet, Saturday on the way home if you're not driving, and reaching out and being like, "Hey man, when can I get this thing tinted?"
I will do that. Oh, that's wet. Look, it's got water standing in it.
Ew.
Nice. Ew, yucky. That's that October Kentucky water too.
Oh, it's
It's slimy.
oh my god. Ugh.
That is. Okay. Tanner and William are talking about fixing junk.
Just GM.
Ryan said, I'm going to a swap meet this weekend and already bought a Proline new Impact CGR Bronco body. Nice. Trading a tube chassis with 10-2 axles on it and crony. Oh, shit. That's a lot of truck to trade for a CGR Bronco. Mike said, of all the silly options you can get on cars nowadays, the one on my Crosstrek I love the most, the backup camera, has a washer nozzle on it. Oh, that's sick.
See, that does seem crazy, but after having a backup camera for a while, that would be nice.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say that's cool because the other day I went to back out the driveway, and it was when it was real foggy and everything had condensation. I looked at the screen, and it was like I had cataracts times 12. Like trying to, I was sitting there, I was like, I don't think anything's out there. I don't see headlights, so I just whipped it out. I didn't whip it out. I like the car.
Right.
My wiener.
Doug Tanner is local-ish. He's what, 25, 30 minutes out.
Yeah.
Southeast, I think.
He does not have the lifted sand.
He doesn't have the lifted beetle. But I did see it because Matt talked about it one day.
Yeah.
But I saw it yesterday.
Being cool. Hey, watch me.
Glenn is back.
I see that. 33rds, Matt, you're making a mess of that deal. Yeah,
Yes.
I'm putting it in a pile. I am being a responsible friend that is making a mess at some of my friend's house. You know what I mean? With the buggy whips. I looked into getting buggy whips, RC buggy whips.
So
I can't find any that are.
So my Cherokee was sitting on the table yesterday or whatever.
Yeah.
And Brandon was like, "Are you gonna put an antenna on this thing?" And I'm like, "We worked for decades
Not
to get away fucking antennas just for everyone to be like, I need an antenna on this thing."
Yeah. I knew exactly where you were going as soon as you said we worked. I was like, really hard to get rid of antennas
Yeah.
in antenna holes.
And even on my one-to-ones, like I get the little stubby guy. And
I just really think the one, like the not huge, but the ones that are like this big, they kind of whip around, you know, the glowy.
Yeah. It would be kind of cool to have.
That's
Just
what I'm
a little
saying.
guy.
I think if I put one on the left side of the burb, right there by the tail light, I think that would even out the spare being so far over and the jack and everything. I think it would just be visually. Plus, I think they're cool.
Yeah.
Speaking of, I'm gonna try to get that thing into paint here in the next couple days, which means I'll be installing the lights here pretty soon. But the lights are ripped apart, and I need them back together because they used like super hot glue to put them in the K10 body I pulled them out of. So when I pulled on them to get them out from like the bed edge, they just broke and then left the glue up there.
So they're probably like a clusterfuck to put back together.
I mean, not really. Shouldn't. I don't know. Maybe that's a Jordan problem, not a Matt problem. So like, I don't really know. I don't think about those things. I'm just like, my friend can fix this. It's fine.
I got my own shit to worry about. So
But
it's
I'm-
inconvenience.
I'm not trying to be inconvenient, but you know, there's a guy.
Sure sounds like it.
A guy needs some things. You know, there's a night run. I need to be able to be like,
RJ 90s Volvos have wipers on the headlights.
yep.
Also, the blades are a pain to find.
Really? I don't know that.
Didn't old Mercedes also have?
I don't know. I owned a 90. I think it was a 90 Volvo wagon for like 2 months.
Nice.
Yep. Then I sold it and told the guy that it needed to change the oil, and then he blew it up, and then threatened to sue me for lemon law. And I was like, "Well,
See you,
jokes,
William.
jokes on you, sir. That doesn't apply."
Oh.
What? What are we talking
Tanner
about?
said, Jordan, I sent you a PM of the Element. It has 35% all the way around.
Nice. The local Volvo dealership should be able to get them for you. The one here keeps several on hand. And then Tanner said, minor inconvenience for a small rubbing time.
Oh, talking about for fixing your lights.
Oh, yeah. Okay. That just reminds me of that one time in Illinois.
Oh.
I told you about that, right? The tip
Yes.
money?
Yeah.
I think I've told.
You've told it on here.
I think so.
Uh,
My wife.
so all the other vehicles that I've tinted was originally for Haley to drive. It's like when we did the Cherokee, Haley was going to drive it. So I only did 20% on the sides, and I did 40 on the windshield. And of course, she was so mad at me that I tinted the windshield, and then now she refuses to get into vehicles that don't have the windshield tinted.
Yeah. My blue baby blazer had it done, and I really liked it because it was like wearing sunglasses on the car.
Yeah.
Like it was just really nice. Like that is one thing that kills me. I mean, you know me. I wear sunglasses literally year round because I can't freaking see. So I do agree with that. Like it does make it very, very nice.
Well, so the tail end of that story was.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. So then the CRV, obviously her car as well. So I did it 20% and 40 on the windshield. And so when I got the truck, I said, I'm going dark. And I did.
Yeah.
I went 5% all the way around. And then, well, 5% on the drivers, matched that over the factory in the rear. And then 30% on the windshield.
Does that compound? How does that
Yes.
work? It does compound. So 5 plus 10 equals 7 or something, or like how does that?
5 plus 10 would be like 3%.
Gotcha. Okay. I never knew how that worked out.
So technically, most of your factory, like rear glass, is around 20%. So if you put another layer of 20, that brings you down to 4%, which is pretty close to the 5% for the fronts.
Back class is 20.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I mean, for like trucks and SUVs.
really?
Yeah. The CRV, we did 20 on the front windows, nothing on the backs, and there it's almost perfect.
Bye, William. I don't know if you're gone yet or not, but
I said not to.
okay, sorry. I did not know that. I figured that the Burbs got factory tint in the back doors and windows and stuff. I figured it was like 50 or something.
No.
That's not 20. There's no way. You can still see through it.
No.
What else? Okay. Glenn said yes. Mercedes, Ford, Volvo, Saab, and a few others all had headlight wipers back in the 70s through the 90s. I don't know that I've ever seen a Ford with headlight wipers. I was pretty sure I've only seen Volvo. I mean, I would believe Saab because they're European, but I don't know that a Ford.
That'll work, don't you think?
Yeah. Where'd you get that?
It's an old SSD bumper.
Are they?
Yeah.
Oh,
Do you have them?
I have 2 of them.
Do you have that one or do you have this one? Like the JL bumper?
No, they're that. They have these. Oops, sorry, I didn't know there was a strip. They have those things. They don't have the.
What are you doing with them?
They're sitting on my bench getting covered and such. Why?
because I need more.
Well, maybe I need some now then, I guess. Are they only backs? Or are they front and rear?
I think they have a front, but it's
Different?
maybe I don't remember because I really need this, but like 2 inches sectioned out of it for the front of this. So I think I'm gonna unfortunately have to build that.
Yeah. You get a bending brace from Andre.
See his. By the time I bent
Too
it,
tall.
yeah,
Yeah. I can see that. Hi. It's okay. It's only 6 minutes. God, I didn't bring the whole thing.
Well, I didn't. I didn't bring the whole thing. I just cut them up.
There you go. Thank you.
What's a bunny down here?
Bunny?
Bunny.
we do have one of those.
Yes. She's right away. Have you met her before? Yeah. Okay. Maybe.
Brownie time.
Brownie time. Ford Sierra MK's happening.
Never heard of them.
That's the isn't that the escort looking thing?
Maybe I don't know.
Yes.
Yeah, so if you have a couple of these and you're interested in getting rid of at least one of them, I
I
would
got
be
them from Ken. They were on that comp truck chassis I bought. I'm afraid you didn't say anything then, if they were real. Because normally,
Oh yeah, he had them front and rear, didn't he?
yeah. Because normally when I go buy something, you look at it and then when we step away, you're like, those are SSDs, and that's a da-da-da, and that's an old RC four-wheel drive thing, and the wheels are this, and like you just start Rain Manning me. And I'm like, oh, okay. So when I paid $115 for all this, it was a really good deal, right? And you're like, yeah. You know, I have them. If they are real, you know, maybe we can figure something out. I am building an XJ now, so I will have to have.
You need different bumpers. It's wider.
Two bumpers, and I guess I'll see. I'll see what I'm doing.
I might have a rear XJ bumper for you.
Okay. I will have to go see what they're worth. You know, I'll have to go play that game. Because if I tell you $50 now, you're either gonna be like, you're an idiot, or you're gonna be like, yeah, I'm selling myself short, or something like that.
I'm at like 30. Test.
I'll see what eBay says.
I think some of these I bought for like $10.
Dang, that's crazy. Okay. Boom. Done. Oh, you can't even tell the difference. Just
Wow, you put
different inserts in there.
tires back on the wheels.
That's crazy. Okay, inserts in that. That seems to be a little heavy for whatever I have in the front. We're doing a little squisher.
Good. I don't want nuts.
I didn't figure you did. I didn't think you liked. Yeah, stuff. You can have more if you want to.
We did brownies.
Yep.
Matt's grandma, right?
I think so.
Janice
Mm-hmm.
made them.
Mm-hmm. I was asked to please take over half the pan.
You're like, can do.
Yep, sure did.
Glenn asked, any plans for the foams you pulled out of those?
Well, probably not right now. I don't think, actually.
Yeah, that's a printed foam. It has a lot of air in it.
What's in that?
Is that a spare clamp ring laying under Jordan's Jeep? I think he was kidding,
Yeah.
since we both left them out. But
Mhm. Hey, boy. Ryan said, I feel like since I got x-rays, I'm going to have to build a buggy to put them on. As I'm talking about.
that's the spirit. Need to reprint the floor.
Garbage.
I think I'm gonna reprint the whole bed
Why?
because I made these supports stronger.
Mhm.
I think I may have changed some. Oh, and I don't know if you can see it, but there's a 0.5 millimeter lip right here
Mhm.
for the tailgate because in Fusion everything looks giant because you zoom in to see things.
Right.
So I'm like, oh yeah, that looks like it's like this big. I'm like, that'll be perfect for the. That's not going to stop much.
Yep. My grandma said, yes, I made the brownies for yesterday's party. I hope you like them. I like them.
They're delicious. Thank you.
There you go.
There's nothing under Jordan's Jeep.
Okay. Caleb said, what's a clamp ring? Is it like an anti-coning spacer on real V-locks?
No, like the center.
It's a center ring that you put in V-locks. They're all in wheels now, so. Or I'll show you.
These guys.
Yeah. Those.
Once you use Fusion, you gain a lot of respect for some of these random prints on the internet.
Yeah.
Yes, but then you also realize that some people are way,
Please say it.
way overcharging for shit.
Mm-hmm.
But then it's also like, so one of the things I designed this week was a rear body mount for hardbody XJ on a VS410 chassis. I found a free file for the front mount, and I couldn't find anything for the rear, and I was like, I got this, and I did. I did got it. But it's amazing, like the amount of time that I'm no professional by any means, but I am getting faster at like.
Yeah, for sure.
I think my problem is if I stop for any period of time, that's all going to go out the window, which is a little scary. But whatever, I'll figure it back out.
I got enough things. We can just keep you
No,
rolling into.
fuck you and Brandon. Brandon had an idea the other day while I was eating lunch. And I was like, do you really think? He goes, well, I just thought, maybe you needed something to design.
No.
Like, do you really think that there's not enough ideas bouncing around Millabear's head
I mean, that's a good point.
that I need suggestions on what to build?
No, I don't think so.
No, I do not use CAD at work. Some people use CAD at work, but I don't. I meant some people at my work.
Picking up the tag. The trash.
Appreciate you.
Oh, wait, now if Big Tuner ingests something, it's not my fault.
But Jeremy, to that point, I do play on the computer with. It's not a CAD program.
Right. Now to the important part.
thoughts? I don't know what the answer is, so I don't even know why I'm asking you.
This should be good.
Putting this on 80s. Yeah, thought so. I already knew the answer. Yeah, okay. Okay, well, let's do it then. Found all my tracks, by the way.
Nice.
Yeah.
Take it easy, Jeremy. We'll see you on Saturday, bright and early.
Yes, sir. 5 o'clock.
5 o'clock.
We can get there at 7.
Holy shit.
I asked Kirby today. 5 o'clock on the dot. I'll be not in my drop top. So I don't think this will, how you spell sayonara, by the way, but that's okay.
We knew what you meant.
All right. Well, I need to move this. So we'll do this. Should be fine. You don't want any more, do you?
No, I got this piece. I'm good.
I just didn't want to put my fork on there. Yeah, you're good. Yeah. Oh, what's that?
Tanner's heading there. He's leaving at 6.
Nice. Well, we will see you there. I was gonna try and go up on the swap meet, but I'll be doing breaks Saturday. You don't need to do breaks. I don't know what.
Glenn, how far is that for you?
All right. We're doing a little
Because
bit.
I feel like Glenn is on the other side of the world, but like right next door to everything.
I would 100% agree with that. I feel like Glenn goes, oh, it's not that far. But then I also feel like Glenn goes, yeah, that's a 7-hour drive.
Yeah, 2 or 3 hours.
Yeah. And not even just to K&K. I'm talking about just like anytime we tell him, oh, we're going to do this. He's like, oh, that's only 14 minutes for me. And you're like, really? That seems, I didn't figure you were farther away. And then you're like, we're going to go to Ohio for a reason. It's like, oh, that's like a 6-hour drive. It's like,
See you there.
I thought, I mean, geography is not really my strong point, but I'm pretty sure that if we mention going to Pennsylvania, I think that's by West Virginia. Don't get me wrong.
He said 7 hours isn't far.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on who you ask, I guess. But so I regret doing this, but it's okay.
Why?
Like literally physically doing this. Not because I think it's a bad idea. I would really like to get this thing where I could drive it.
Have you ever driven it?
Not chopped and dubbed and all that other stuff though. Which I think I'm gonna bob the back too, because I don't like how long it is compared to how short the front is.
Yeah.
What? Oh, sick. Nice. It has green springs on it, which I need for the stubby bird.
See, you're welcome.
Yeah. I mean, I was planning on doing it. Damn, that thing's heavy. For a VP wheel, I wonder if it's got in it. I haven't messed with this thing in probably over a year. I literally have no idea what I'm even looking at, really. I mean, I'm looking at it. So, what are you trying to get done before VTC? Are we having that conversation?
We can.
Okay.
I need to paint my gold Jeep,
Okay.
Goldie Rocks,
Okay.
and my TJ.
Cool.
The JK,
Okay. The
King of the Hammers.
Okay. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah. I think I need to take this goes like that. And then I gotta make a new filter. So that sucks.
You probably have plenty of those. RJ needs a pinched and dubbed square in his collection.
I mean, I'd sell it to you. I don't really think it's nice enough to pawn off like that, but whatever.
Ryan said, I love the bobbed look. That red truck will look good bobbed.
I think so too. I like things that are bobbed up to a point. I don't like the. I took the like even when real trucks do it, especially the Toyotas and the comp trucks, I'm sure you've seen where they just lop it off and you can see the inside of the bed and the bedside.
Yeah.
And I hate that. I hate that a lot.
Also, I ordered leaf spring mounts for this.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. From where the book of faces.
the Par Hobby or
No.
Merchant.
I mean, they are JEC, but they were used.
Gotcha. What should I put in there? 35. It's kind of heavy. And it's got real drabs, so the holes are small. We'll go with 35 and see what happens.
Also, here's Switch Top.
Oh, R.I.P. boy. How many people need us to explain Squish Top? 2
I
hours
don't-
and 34 minutes. Glenn said Ohio speed limits are low as fuck, otherwise it would be less than 2 hours. Yeah, I really hate Ohio. I hate speed limits in general. I think more than anything, really.
Millibear 11. Is that what number yours is, Glenn? If so, it's in pieces back in the shop.
I don't remember what number mine is. Why is there sand in this thing? Oh no, never mind. That's fender body dust. Not sand. I need that. Actually,
I did order some paint for it, for his Millibear.
really?
Yeah.
Why?
What do you mean why?
You ordered paint?
Well,
Like we ordered paint, or like just you had to order it because it's not.
I had to order the clear, but it's still a rattle can.
Oh, okay.
So ordered that,
Yeah.
and then I need to go down
My way.
your way and get the actual paint.
Gotcha.
Matt, you know what color it is?
What color? What is?
It's supposed to be. Glenn's asking.
Neon yellow or some gay shit like that. Purple.
Yeah. But a factory color.
Oh, is it amethyst or whatever it is?
Yeah.
Gotcha. I was getting ready to say, with it being purple, for me personally, now this is just me, whatever. Purple for me is hard to pull off. I think a lot of people paint things purple and it is not good. So I was gonna say,
Because the paint color or the actual color is not good?
yeah,
Okay.
because it ends up being like Barney or like it's that like gross lavendery purple a lot of times. I just
Yeah.
don't like it.
Well, then Glenn's a jackass, so he's like,
It's true.
dealer's choice.
Well, that's a stupid decision. That is not
Yeah,
smart.
especially being colorblind.
Yeah. It'll end up gray and gray.
It already is.
Fair enough. I think this thing needs visions too. I don't know what to do with 310s as
Sell them for.
a bazillion dollars.
Yeah.
I need to sell all my 310s because
I have a lot of them. Didn't realize how many I had until I started I saw what they were going for. I was like, what? Oh, well, yeah, I got those. And then I kept looking and I was like, oh, I got a pair in orange and gray, and silver and black and red. These are painted though. I don't know that anybody want these.
The wheels are painted?
They're painted Firethorn, like the body, to get it to match. Glenn said, I missed it. What did I say? I said dealer's choice.
Yeah, like you always do.
Not just purple, he said. Deep amethyst. That's what the crystal girls do with their crystals. They put the deep amethyst.
Excuse me.
Let's see here.
Tanner said his 82 Toyota is purple, and he kind of regrets it.
Yeah.
So my Capra is purple, and
It's not a bad purple though. I'll give you that. The Capra is not a bad purple.
the Capra itself is not a bad purple. The purple wheels
Oh yeah.
are bad.
Those are kind of gross. But it's
RJ said green is a color that is either absolutely beautiful or baby shit green. Yeah.
We'll see. So, as a fan of 70s cars, I am a big fan of the baby shit green. So, I do have a conflict of interest there,
Yeah,
I guess.
You do enjoy some ugly.
I
ass
do
colors.
enjoy some ugly ass colors. Openly, like I just accept it. But it's okay.
Glenn said he's never seen a beautiful green. The green that I'm painting my Cherokee is very beautiful.
That's IJ. TJ is pretty.
Yeah, that is also a nice color.
Yeah. I don't really like green. So 1-to-1, I have terrible luck with green cars. Like, I know that sounds really super stupid, but it is 100% true. Green cars have screwed me over so many times. Yeah, where I just put that hole.
Tanner, wasn't Jared trying to buy it off you?
Wasn't Jared trying to buy everything off everyone?
Well, there is that. Jared, do be buying.
Jared, do be buying. Jared is a crazy guy.
Bill said best vehicle I had was a green Suburban.
Really? That was the best vehicle you've ever owned. Interesting. That also says a lot about your other vehicles. I think this is going to do really good. I have a feeling this thing is slammed now. Yes, all the fender hogging. All of it.
$31 viewers and nobody is talking. Y'all got to interact more.
Green is Pro Bay. Oh, green is probably my favorite, but I've also only had 2 green vehicles. I got this heart. Do you have a heart? You don't have a heart down here. I got this stupid ass heart down here, and I can't ever read all of the comments.
Oh, where is my heart? It's usually there.
I don't know. I'm just gonna. Oh. There we go. All right.
Now we've. Hey, there we go. I got rid of it. Nice. Oh no, I didn't. Stupid. Damn. I have a heart and it's always in the way. Yeah, it is always in the way. I hate it.
I didn't realize Glenn had a heart.
Nah.
Haha.
I mean, Glenn can be a dildo sometimes, but
Sometimes.
anybody that does the things that he does for people in the chillins has to have a heart.
Damn it. You didn't line it up the way I was hoping you were. I was ready.
Sorry.
It's fine.
It's fine.
Was inappropriate anyway.
Yeah.
Linda probably wouldn't appreciate it.
Like Epstein inappropriate?
Yeah.
I figured that's where you were going. I figured.
It was right there. It was so.
I know. I get it. I had it. I was like, that's not. Let's just not do that to Linda. I really need a bag to put all this trim in. Yeah. There we go. Okay. Now we're out of the way. Dude, look at that. Look how much that lowered.
Beautiful.
That's gonna be sick. So, yeah, Anthony Austin retracted his.
So I was waiting to see if he put it back out there because I did read it.
What did it say?
Well, I was waiting to see if it reappeared
Oh, okay.
or if he reworded it or
What did it say? Did it say Glenn was a weirdo?
no. Well, it's fine. He said, "What about the people that are buying multiple or that bought multiple camping spots for BTC just for the day?" So I'm curious.
When did that happen?
I don't know.
Like they bought 3 of them because they thought they needed one for each day? Is that what we're talking about?
Well, I don't know if it was that or if kind of like what we mentioned, where they're not staying there; they're just going to be there for the day.
Yep. Paper towel over there.
I have.
A napkin?
That's a paper towel.
Thank you.
Dustin said, "I'm just here for moron support. I'm quiet because I'm building power supplies and arguing with a 3D printer."
Oh, you're good.
Oh, there it is. What do you think about people getting multiple spots of BTC only to use for daytime hours to set up and sell stuff and then leave at night to go to an Airbnb?
Oh, shit. Those people are being refunded from what I was told by my contacts. How do you know, though? How do you have any idea who's doing what? That shit pisses me off. Like, if they're gonna play the system, then that's one thing or whatever. But like, they paid just like anybody else would have. So why are you fucking with them? That's so stupid. Sorry, big feelings all of a sudden. My bad. I think it's the menopause. Agree? Disagree?
So this is Squish Top. I'm just not even going to touch on it.
I will. I think it's dumb.
Yeah.
If I need a spot to set up my stuff for the day, and I buy a camping spot, or anything for that matter, what I do with it should not matter to anybody. There is no, oh, he's not doing this, or da da da, or he's doing that. Like, I paid for the spot. It shouldn't mean shit what I'm doing. If I want to literally sit there in a lawn chair from the time I get there until the time that I leave, why do you care? You've made your $85 or whatever. It's no different just because someone else wants in. Like, I don't know, it's dumb.
They worry too damn much about what's going on. And I'll tell them to their face.
Yeah. Matt'll tell them to their face.
I will. You know, whatever. I just think it's silly. There's that big heart showing up, Matt. I don't know about that. I just think if I'm spending my money, why do you care? What does it matter to you?
I mean, I guess I get it also from the standpoint of they only sold so many camping spots, and there's people posting every day that they weren't able to get a camping spot.
But who cares? It's gone, no matter what. If someone brings a camper or if they don't, you have let someone in.
Right.
And they're going to use that spot to either sell things or put a camper. So who gives a shit what they're doing? I got there before you. If I literally want to just stand there and then put up 3 sticks like in a teepee configuration, say, this is my camper, piss off. Like, it doesn't matter. Those people who are late, fuck off. That's how I see it. But whatever. You're literally trading some person that's paid for it for another person that's going to pay for it. Like, who gives a shit? All right, now that I'm all fired up. Damn it. I'm just fine. I really don't care that much. But I just think it's dumb.
Ryan said, "How is your Range Rover build coming along, Matt?
God.
Your body looks great."
Thank you. It looks good in pictures. It looks like hot ass in person. The brown was terrible, like so much so that I had to break it up with the stripes, and then I sanded it with SOS pads, and kind of knocked all the shine down and knocked it down, and then got down to the primer, which I think looks kind of cool because those are aluminum, so that it won't rust. So it was never painted with red primer. But but it's going. I was gonna put it together tonight, but I like boom racing stuff. But putting this body together, the doors and the tailgate are getting really close to being glued on because the 0.4 millimeter screws holding the hinges together for the tailgate can kiss my entire white ass for sure. That sucked. Well, I don't even have them together yet, so it sucks, and it's going to suck. And because the pieces are like that big, and they got little hinges on them like this big, they're dumb. Dumb enough that I almost built no doors, no tailgate. They just said the doors and tailgate fell off or something. I don't know. Weight reduction. So, Glenn said, as someone that used to do that, so I wouldn't have to pack up every evening. It's a good way to get your shit stolen and messed with. I mean, I wouldn't leave everything there. I'd just pack all that stuff up and roll out, but whatever.
Yeah, but all right.
Yeah.
So if you capped vending spots,
Yep.
to all 12 of them.
Yep.
And so nobody else is allowed to vend there.
Yep.
But bring your shit to buy and sell.
Yep.
Then people are gonna do the next best thing.
Yep.
And buy the camping spot.
Yep. It is I don't want to say self-fulfilling prophecy, but like you're forcing people's hand.
Right.
That's all there is to it. You are forcing people to be sly because we want to control everything. I don't see any reason. I mean, I guess Beat the Creek is bigger than Rocktober, but I don't see any reason you couldn't open up more vendor spots. I think the middle could have been utilized better. I think that food truck could go somewhere else, and that opens up 40 feet almost of usable space.
You could fit another dozen vendors in there easily.
Yep.
If not more.
Yeah, I think so too. I think limiting it was silly. I know it doesn't have a body on it or anything, but I mean, it does the thing. It does the Facebook thing where,
Oh, look at that.
yeah, bud. And I think, personally, I think I know why these things are going on. And I think it's the thing that we discussed of people and the amount of people and things.
Yeah.
I have no idea, Dustin. Whatever was at Beat the Creek last year.
Yeah, I think it was just no new vendors. So
So there's nobody new, and I assume from what I understand, a couple people backing out because of some of the new rules. I would assume they open it up for like 3 or 4 people, and then piss everybody off when other people don't get picked. I would assume that, but I don't know.
all that to say, who was it? Anthony? Yes. What are your thoughts and feelings?
Yeah. What is this hot rod so far?
I have a lot of feelings about it, but I'll just mind my own business.
This is your business.
It's
Well,
not.
It is. Everybody can have an opinion on it. I can have an opinion on it and not have a bad, like, ill will towards Joe or anything, or like think he's an idiot or whatever. Like, I don't think that. I just don't think it's a. I think, obviously, outside looking in, you're seeing things completely different than whatever he's got in his head. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So who knows what he's actually getting at or whatever. I just know how I would do things if I wanted it one way, and how I would do things if I wanted it the other. The gold sponsor list looks pretty small right now. It's crazy what happens when you require what they require for the amount of money you also require. Glenn said that was before vendor days. Y'all remember my 40 by 20 setup? Not really. I don't, to tell you the truth.
Yeah, he always had looked like a wedding tent.
Oh, yeah. No, I remember. That was before they had security. Always paid for a camping spot and then drove back to Cincy and crashed at my buddy's house. I hope Vanquish doesn't decide to show up again and fuck up the vendor layout. That's a long trek for them. So I don't know. K&K isn't even on the good sponsor list yet. That's hard to believe. Because I know,
The gold sponsor.
Yeah, I'm sure. I know what I meant. Because I know Joe and Kirby are pretty close. Pretty tight. Tight us.
Yeah, I'd almost say Kirby's probably a title sponsor or whatever.
Yeah. Thoughts, feelings. Oh, yes. I don't like the back doesn't sit down, but I could put firmer springs in it to get it a little bit.
It needs to sit like there.
Okay. Well, it's got blues in it, so those are soft. So I'll have to figure that out. But yeah, I thought it was weird not to see candy cane list. I don't know. I guess we can talk to Kirby on Saturday and see. He'll tell me. He'll tell me what's up. Probably after the swap meet. Like, hey, wait until 5 o'clock before we talk about this.
Yeah, the viewers can't see it.
Oh, stupid ass brutes in the way.
Stupid scrambler.
Pretty sweet brute, if I do say so myself.
Well, you're the only one that say that.
Am I?
No, not really. I think it's cool.
There you go.
He's vending though, and as big as his setup is, I'd say he has to go. Sure.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I would almost say he's probably some sort of like title sponsor where he's above that.
Yeah.
Beat the Creek brought to you by K&K
Yeah.
Hardware.
Dustin said we were going to be at the swap meet, but Piper has our first choir competition Saturday. My son has a birthday party for his birthday on Saturday, and we're going to swap. That's what Gold is supposed to be, as a title sponsor. Interesting. Did not know that.
Also, thoughts and feelings on hard mounting the bed.
Yes. Doesn't matter what the rest of that. There's no reason not to hard mount the bed.
Okay.
Especially knowing what you're trying to do with the cab. 100%. Because the last thing you want is be dicking with this and then the freaking bed's all goddamn floppy. Plus, it'll give you a positive stop when you're going to put the cab on.
Well, I was going to say mount the two together.
There's no need to. Because you don't need there's no reason
Right.
to get in.
Glenn, there will be no magnets on the cab. I haven't thought about battery replacement, but if all goes according to plan, this will be my best build yet. Right?
Yeah.
As far as like most detail, most scale.
I think this is your iOS 27 build. I don't think Matt and I are going to have to drag you along. I think if you do enough Instagramming of this, I would assume you would get invited. Brian said, do it and go for it. Fallen Crawler, hello, sir.
Hi, Levi. Battery under the seats.
That's not a bad idea.
So
I
the
got
plan is that the body will be hard mounted.
I got baby.
Oh, ow, total. So maybe, I don't know. I haven't gotten it yet. I'm honestly not even opposed to building like a gas tank, like skid plate for the rear, and having it drop down and putting like a little, um, like 650, 850 in it. Levi, we're not allowed to talk about iOS. At least that's what I'm told. But it is the Illuminati of scale. It is a invite only, um, damn good builders. I'm not in the group. I've not been invited. Glenn, iOS, to my knowledge, is like Fight Club. We don't talk about it. That's rule number one. Anyway, it's just super scale builders. So some of the things I've heard are like coffee ring, like you set your coffee spilled a little and you set it down, you got the ring in your cup holder on the seat or whatever, like that kind of detail. That I don't know. I haven't figured out battery placement. I'm not opposed to that. I don't really like the idea of a battery hanging off the ass end, but um, if that is what it is, or open the hood.
You're gonna cut the hood open like you discussed?
I don't know.
That sounds terrible.
Ugh. What? Yeah. I went looking for leaf mounts. Speaking of opening hoods, and then I got back to that gray YJ that has the opening hood. I went looking for leaf mounts at my house that I thought I had, and I don't have any. Then I found an SSD for an 10.2 axle somewhere. Just in a box.
Nice.
No idea where it was from. It might be going to the swappity swap meet. Unless you need it.
Is it the offset?
No, middle. 10.2.
Levi said I saw the post about learning Fusion. The bed looks good. Thank you, sir.
Oh,
This is it.
hang on. Holy shit, hang on.
What?
I just catching up. I'm dumb. What's iOS? I was about to say that iOS is iOS isn't some big secret. It's a very odd situation, I guess is what I should say. I know what iOS is. I was going to say to make a gas tank under the bed. Oh. iOS is full-blown realism, like post a pic and people think it's full-size real-world vehicle. So basically they said expect dollhouse. Some of the things I've seen in the group that I'm not gonna share because I don't know. I don't want to upset anybody. I'm not trying to ruffle feathers. It's silly. Just take all the way to silly. Just that's ridiculous. It's super super cool, but holy crap, that's crazy that someone did whatever that's what it is. Glad you guys. Glad I have you guys for my drive to Indiana. Oh yeah, it's Monday. Jared's coming back. Wait, I thought he came back Sundays. I don't know. Anyway, Matt, I really like how you Frenched in your license plate. That's a cool detail. Thank you. I'm thinking I'll probably take some gray paint and like go around it in primer and make it kind of look unfinished. Like as far as nobody did body work and then painted it like it was on a custom truck or something. That's kind of was my plan.
Hi, Lucas.
Oh. Nope, just joking.
Oh,
Bye, Lucas. I'm
fuck
here
you,
on
Lucas.
I'm here on behalf of Tinduro something. I didn't get far enough.
To say hi. That's all it
yeah.
said.
Anyway,
Bye, Dustin.
thank you, Ryan. That was a pain in the ass to do, and it's not right, but it's the only way I can get it to do it. Glenn said, expect full-blown nerd alert builds. Sure. That's, yeah. I'll just say I've seen valve stems and dipsticks where they pulled the dipstick and there was goopy stuff on the bottom like oil. Yeah. I think SVG went last year and did a short video on it. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. That would be a tailgated question. I don't know if Matt won or not. Dustin said, good night, you beautiful people. Good night, sir. Jared said I took an extra day off to spend with my crotch goblins. Oh, nice. Ryan said, think you're welcome. Literally drivable models. Yeah, realism. That was in the like guidelines, I guess. It was like we want realism and then some more realism and then make it more realistic and put more details in on top of your details for realism. Which I get. And I know some people don't like it, but I think the premise of it, especially now after kind of talking to them,
I understand more the idea behind it because I think it's a lot like uh, BTC the second year, whenever all that shit got stolen. You go from people you know and trust, and then everything keeps getting bigger, and then the shitheads get in, and things start. You start smoking weed in the woods, and things are stolen, and people don't pick up the trash. I think that's, I think that's kind of the gist of how that goes.
Levi, it's in the South.
Yeah. Well, hang on. He made a little video about it. Sad Eye said half of it is blurred out because he kept saying the location. Yeah.
Did Sad Eye delete the other comment because he was on the
He was
wrong
on Tindero. Yeah.
on the wrong account?
I think
No,
so.
it was. It was on the Lucas, like his name.
Oh, it was on his personal thing or whatever.
Yeah.
Glenn said, I'd love to go just to walk around and see all the builds. Realism is my favorite subcategory of this hobby. So my plan, I have a little battery bank that will plug into my phone. My plan is to basically get up, get there, and be taking video and pictures until I leave. I mean, I'm sure eventually I've got some other stuff planned. Hopefully, some people who also do things are down for that or whatever, but I'm gonna have to try to figure that out. We're still. I mean, we haven't really talked
I had to
about
hide my real identity.
it.
What are you? Are you related to Butter Putter?
Yeah, no joke. Who is Mutter Putter? I've never met him. He's a guy we met.
Pretty cool.
Thanks. Can you say where your location is for Train Idea? Do you get to trail or is it all showcase? If you can't say it, I get it, but it kills me. So they don't want the location given out because, like, we don't know until really, really close, I think. Basically, because they don't want people figuring out where it is and either showing up or whatever, trying to get in. I don't really know. But no, it is pretty secretive as far as that goes.
You just want me to post the address in the comments?
I was, in all honesty, like Jordan and I talked about it. I told him about it. I told Doug about it. But I didn't know exactly what I could share. And I actually hit up the guy that's running it and I said, hey, like, I thought this was Fight Club. We don't talk about Fight Club. And then all of a sudden everybody's talking about it on Facebook and like, we're, looking for people that are interested and yada, yada, yada. And they're vetting people and being open about it. So I was kind of confused that, like I said, I'm not trying to step on people's toes and piss people off before I even meet anybody. So I'm really saying more about it now than I really ever have or haven't been. Glenn, Florida or Bama, I think. Something like that. The trails were mostly handmade double track. Double track?
Like 2 tire
Oh,
trucks.
okay. It was pretty impressive how scaled it was to a real off-road park trail. Nice. Bobby, no one ever heard of him? What?
I don't know.
I need to talk to you about what we were talking about too, by the way. I think me and Tindero were gonna try and do something while we're there. I'm not sure what.
Launching the OnlyFans, huh?
Hey, I don't really know where Lucas fits in, but
The middle.
yeah, as I say, London would probably be leaning on the twink side. I can't even say that with a straight
Jesus.
Apparently, Butter Putter is Bobby.
I thought his name was like Larry or some shit. Ugh. Something involving cake and feet, I think. It'd sell well. I don't know. I looked at my socks today and was like, I don't know why I'm not selling these to weird dudes. And I just looked at them while I was at work. It was like, I was just in a really bad headspace mindset today anyway. It's like, I need to figure out how to make money without doing things.
And so you landed on selling pictures of your butthole?
I mean, if dudes paid me enough, whatever. I don't care. Mutter Putter's vids are pretty cool. I wish I had more time to watch stuff. I guess I do. Not right now. Fallen said, yes, Jordan, post away, but no, whatever the scale one was in Florida, I just saw a video. It was very simple trail stuff. Just curious if you'd be trailing, what kind of terrain, if it'd be worth it. So that's the reason, like I would say the BRX-01 and 02 are like the official video, like official truck of the whole thing, because it's literally about like tiny, tiny tires. Honestly, the Stubby Bird is going to be too big for anything there, like to challenge it. I just have a problem building stock trucks.
Yeah. I've encountered that issue with both the K10 and the little YJ.
Yeah.
They're fun, and like the little YJ does really well on the trail, but the front bumper just pisses me off.
Yeah.
So I think that's going to be a rework.
I think I'm going to take my YJ. I've got the interior stuff. I may just glue it in, like, so that it looks a little better. And then just take it and come drive around. Fallen said, I also haven't matured yet to dive into the scale stuff yet for hard body. I don't have the patience to learn the ability in art form. It's really not bad.
Yeah, just start small with like the Toyota, the Mojave, and then
it's like
fall deep down into the rabbit hole.
It's way more forgiving than Lexington. It's a harder process, I guess. I don't even want to say harder process. How would you put that?
What do you mean?
As far as hard body stuff. The only real difference is you're going to drive it a little different because if you roll over a Lexan body and smash it all to shit, you're out $40 and some cans of paint. If I roll this down a hill and smash it all to shit, I'm out $140 K5 and a whole lot of time pinching it, dubbing it, and doing all this other stuff and paint and all this stuff. So I think that's the difference for me personally. Yeah, USDE was in Florida. It's basically the same thing. It's not really a lot different. It's same vein, I guess, of thought. What were you going to say about hard bodies?
Well, like you've mentioned many times before, like, well, we've talked about that, but also just like Lexan bodies, you're like, yep, I took this truck and I put a different Lexan body on. Whereas, obviously, a lot of hard bodies are designed for generic wheelbases. You also get into like like all of my Jeeps are different wheelbases at this point. This one is currently 11.3, but I don't know exactly where it'll land.
I think 11.5-inch.
Yeah.
Ryan said working with a hard body is so much easier and more fun to work with than Lexington. The only reason I would disagree with that at all is building buggies with Lexan that you can see through to put body mount holes and shit is really, 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 really easy compared to doing hard body stuff. But other than that, I 100% agree. So, like, with a Lexan body, if you want to make it, like, let's say orange pearl or some shit, you paint the whole thing pearl, you kind of go, okay, that looks good, I guess, and you paint the whole thing orange. If you've messed up, the paint is buried, and you can't really fix it. With a hard body, you're like, oh, mess that up, sand it out, spray the orange back on it, spray the pearl back on it again, and then it should be good. You can sand all that stuff off. You can kind of start over, and you can just modify them a lot more, and they just look a lot better.
Yeah.
They don't have that. I don't know. The shine, for one, is what kills the looks of it. Yeah, Tanner said you can be more creative with hard body stuff. Sad Eye said if you're not wheeling hard bodies harder than your Lexan trucks, you're doing it wrong. No, no, sir. Mm-mm. I disagree. Hard disagree.
Yeah, I also haven't adopted that school of thought just because the Lexan bodies I didn't really care about.
Yeah,
So
they're easily
it's making
replaceable.
it up that fucking hill.
Yeah, yeah. With hard body stuff, I don't agree. Especially like with Stubby having, I don't even want to know how many hours I have in that body and making it nicer and making 3 different pieces into one truck and stuff.
But I guess that also depends on what hard body truck you're talking about.
Oh, like a skeleton with a JK body that's easily replaceable? Yeah, I'd probably be rough on that too. Damn.
Lucas, are we running JKs at Beat the Creek?
Hell yeah.
I hope so.
I don't have a JK. Damn. I'll take my YJ though. One of them. Speaking of, thoughts, actually, they don't know yet. Well, they may, about my new YJ. Thoughts on what the hell I should do with that thing? The one that's in the box. Should I just unload it the way it is? Put it up on a shelf?
I don't know.
I don't know either. I bought it for the body, and I was just gonna like, but then I got to thinking, I was like, well, this kind of is like the way people would semi want it, I guess, but not necessarily because it's half built and the parts are taken off triggers and shit.
Yeah.
I don't know. Let's see here. Said I said that. Glenn said the red and gray Jeep I sold Corey was a USDE build. Fucking what? That did well with some award thingy. That thing wouldn't even be allowed at iOS. No way was that a USDE build. The one with the VFD that was literally hanging in by one bolt like a zip tie.
Yeah, but that was after Glenn had it for however long.
That's a good point, I guess. Glenn said, it's a good thing I'm always broke, otherwise I'd have Metal Masher bodies and drive them like a bachelor. I would love to have a Metal Masher body. He made a Suburban, and I kind of talked to him about buying it and everything, and then he told me how much a replacement body was. I'm out. I can't do it.
I think his stuff is really cool, but I think it's almost too soft.
Yeah, I'd go with that. Mike Abner said, "Hey, I love my skeletons. I'm not, I'm not dogging the skeleton. I like the one that I had that we took to Falls, but it wasn't. I don't know. It wasn't.
Well, I think we were just talking about that. It was like the skeleton and the JK isn't like, I mean, they're cool builds, but it's nothing like that crazy.
Yeah.
Whereas, like Stubby, you have a ton of hours in making the body. Like,
it'd be like me going out and bashing on the van or like Beluga or something. Like
yeah.
that just there's no way.
Whereas, like,
And I'm not trying. I was joking. I'm not trying to be an asshole, but like finding another 2-door JK body, you literally just trim it out a little bit and put it back on the skeleton. Just is a lot different than. I mean, I don't want to say I hand built that, but basically like damn near hand built it with parts and stuff like that. Like there's no way I could just beat on it. I mean, hell, the pineapple's not even remotely correct or nice anymore or anything like that. I still don't beat on it. I mean, I'll drive it, but I would never go out and just glid it. Which is the same thing because like his was a new bright body. The same thing.
yeah.
I can buy a $40 new bright body all day long. Or like one of the killer bodies, like that LC70. I had one on my C1, and that was hard to beat on. I thought it was a cool idea, and then I realized how hard I was going to have to drive it sometimes, and I about threw up a few.
Yeah.
of just going, this is a comp truck, I've got to make it do what it needs to do, and just
Yeah, I was gonna say my hard body, my Mojave got the shit beat out of it.
yeah. So,
Yeah, Ryan, the Metal Mashers are, the last one I saw for sale was $600, and it sold pretty quickly at that.
yeah. Yeah, he told me, I believe, that to get the exterior panels or something, I can't remember what he said, but basically he wasn't going to sell me a whole nother body. It was like, I'll make you some replacement fenders, quarters, doors, board, or whatever. It was like $350. I can't. I can't just do it. I know Matt, or I know Mike. Mike said for sure the skeleton is nowhere near as in depth as a full custom body build, and you know me well enough. I don't take offense to shit like that. I know, but like, I understand that sometimes I can say things jokingly, and people don't know that I'm joking.
I mean, it's just a different, like, yeah, they're both hard body rigs, but it's just a different thing.
Yeah, it's almost like if you go back to Lexan, it's like one of the bodies that are really hard to find. Like, okay, that Suma body, is it impossible to find? No, but it's hard to find and they're expensive. The OG small Suma bodies. I couldn't make a tube chassis out of that, cut it up, and then know that I'm going to go beat the dog shit out of it if I needed that specific body to make it out of, like if they didn't make the XL or whatever. Or like that Yeti body that we were discussing making a tuber out of. The F-150 or the Jeep, the Raptor.
Yeah.
Like, so I have two Raptor bodies, or I have two Yeti bodies. The aftermarket Pro line, I've got the Wrangler and I have the Raptor F-150 or whatever the hell it's called. And they would be super sick tubers. But 9 times out of 10, those things are selling for like $150 on eBay. So I'm not going to go out there and just trash a $150 body, driving it like an idiot, just for the shit of it. Jay Yeezy said, "Oh, you have the same problem. Some people just don't get my humor." Yeah, there's that too. I also think, I don't know if you would agree with this. Maybe. I also think if you don't actually know me, you can take me very differently. Would you agree with that? I realize that I'm kind of abrasive, but I don't know that a lot of people that don't know me just, I mean, I'm just very blunt, I guess.
Yeah.
And some people don't like that. Ryan said, ouch. Glenn said, like the HPI bodies for the Recluse. Right. But I thought I saw where HPI was remaking that Rubicon. Or isn't that the Rubicon? Right.
Oh.
The OG like Jeep from HPI that everybody was
Yeah.
using. It's a Rubicon, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that a TJ? Would have been a TJ then, right?
Yeah, it was
before a JK. Okay, I thought so. Fallen said, "Have you guys seen?" Yes, the D1RC Rainforest Challenge, mix of cage and hobby cab. I like that thing a lot. And in all honesty, we had talked to Rob like a year ago about doing that like Rainforest Challenge style, but we have nowhere to do it. Nowhere around anywhere around here.
Isn't that what he was talking with McCormick's Creek?
Yeah, I think so.
No, I think they got shut down pretty quick.
Yeah, that like half tuber 475's got to have a winch on both ends, and going full. I don't know what do you call that? Where like you don't the no touch, no hand to God. Like you have to use the winch and straps and other trucks to roll things over and get up things.
Real wheeling?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Glenn said, same. For some reason, people think I'm an asshole until they get to know me. Yeah. I think what's a big problem is over text, you can't put inflection and things on words. So you have to use emojis, and you just look like an idiot when you use all the smile and giggle and laugh and LOL and the crying and all that. Like that just gets kind of dumb. But Jake Easy said, "Oh yeah, I got to know me to love me." Yep. Sad Eye said, "A disconnect I have on my own fault. I could have 300 plus hours in a body work, and I'd still drive the hardest lines. I will drive them all the way up until it's like front wheels in the air, rear wheels are hopping, about to fall over backwards. Then I'll stop." Jake Easy said, "I used to train people and they would get butthurt over some of the easiest stuff in skip." Oh, 100%. Yeah. 100%. Sorry. It's 10:40 or 9:45,
It is.
which means technically it's only 8:45 as of Saturday. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Is that math doesn't matter?
That math doesn't math
Okay.
because Kona didn't miss any sleep. So breakfast was still at the same time.
Yeah, I did. I got up at 9:46 yesterday morning, and Lyd was like, "It's about time you got up." It's like, I don't feel like I slept that long. And then I realized that almost 10 would have been almost 9. And then I realized why I felt like the difference between, I looked at the clock and it was 11:05, and then I looked at the clock and it was like 1:42. Probably time change.
I didn't think that was till like 3 o'clock in the morning.
I don't know. Whatever happened. I stayed up for a pretty decent time Sunday morning, yesterday morning, whatever, Saturday night. So.
But yes, hungry.
Okay.
Okay.
I hate it, but still do to try to add the emotion because he uses that a lot. But yeah, 100%. My dad said, "Jay Easy, those thin-skinned people are fun to mess with, though." I did that today at work. I messed with this dude. He broke this machine, and I was just up his ass because he's a very sensitive little boy. And he was like, "I'm sorry, man, I'm sorry." I was like, "It's not okay. Like, this is some bullshit." And I just was like, and then eventually he was just about to freak out. I said, "Dude, I'm just playing. Like, I don't care."
See you, Tanner.
Yep.
We'll see you bright and early.
Yes, sir. Night, Glenn.
Good night,
Night,
Linda.
everybody else. We are.
Make sure to hit a thumbs up on the way out.
Hang on. Mike said, "Matt, if you or Jordan see any of those two-door skeleton bodies for sale, please shoot me a link. They're getting harder to find in good shape that's not been chopped up." I think all 4 of mine are cut. Well, I think I have 2 complete ones and like 2 bits. But anyway. All right. See you guys later.
But yes, I will keep an
Yeah.
eye out.
You will do the eyeballs. Okay, love you, bye.
Goodbye.